I felt that, wow, Marcel, you are one of the best midfielder, because I was playing midfielder.
Yes.
One of the best midfielder in Europe, in the world, in the universe. And all the family was telling me, go Monte Carlo, the money is good and you are sure to be paid. And I will stop all of these things. If you don't win that particular match, guys, there's nothing for you anymore. Hey, you've touched a very sensitive point. Yes. It's terrible. Mikael, it's terrible.
Marcel Desailly, welcome to the podcast. I'm sure you're waiting a lot of questions, but the most important part for me is the introduction. And please introduce yourself to the audience, because we know the footballer, but I'm sure you have one way to introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm very pleased to be here. I mean, it was easy to accept, knowing that was you that was going to, bring me to to this question and answer. So my name is Marcel Desailly, Odenke, origin from Ghana, but I'm a French guy who played for French national team. I played in various clubs, and football was great for 20 years and maybe more.
How old are you now? Sorry, Marcel.
I'm already 56, going to 57. We were just joking a few minutes ago that I was saying, what was I saying?
I'm old soon. I'll be 70 in 40 years.
I'll be 70 years in 13 years. Can you imagine? But it's fine. We've done a lot.
So before we talk about retirement, we're going to talk about the beginning, the very beginning. You come to Nantes, 4 years old. What was it like to grow up in Nantes, besides football?
It was fine, yes. I had the chance to grow up in a high class family, where normally football was not supposed to be. My father was a diplomat, retired diplomat, so adopted retired diplomat with my mother. So, no, it was nice. I played tennis, table tennis, but no football in the system, because at the time, football was not that great. The kids was not really ready to identify themselves with football, so I was doing something else.
So what else apart from tennis? Anything specific you can remember?
No, but at the end, you end up playing football because the tennis teacher really loved me and believed that I have potential. But I'm alone with a teacher, which I still love tennis in a way, but football have attracted me because I could be with my friends and laugh and enjoy. And so naturally I went into football and straight away into the system of Nantes, FC Nantes.
Straight away, or a smaller club before, like a feeder club?
No, straight away. 8 years old. I don't know why they placed me, because you're 8 years old, you cannot really identify if your child is going to be good or not. I see sometimes parents coming to me and asking me, my child is playing very well. What do you think?
Of course, we get that every day, right? My son is special. I think he's got talent.
How old is he? 7.5. Okay. So let's wait a little bit. The pressure that the parents have on their child. So for me, it was not the case. I was just put into Nantes.
No street football?
No street football, middle class, middle high. You don't have that chance to play in the streets. The parents don't allow you to get to that beautiful opportunity,
Yeah. So club football straight away in FC Nantes.
Yes, it was nice. It was nice. The teachers there the coaches was very good. I had René Denoyant, who was an ex-goalkeeper. He has introduced me into the system. This is where you see how key it is to have good coaches who, initiate and allow the child to be introduced into football.
Yeah, the first experience is always important, because that's when you fall in love.
Yeah. So where did you start?
I started in FC Tours, so not far from Nantes. We've been rival, for quite some time. I mean, my entire childhood, Nantes was the club to beat and the big influence in the region. Even if we're not the same region, Nantes is like 2 hours away from Tours, and it was difficult to play against Nantes all the time.
And yes, naturally, over the years from 8 to 12, they realized that, hey, I was quite good. So I had, at the age of 13 years old, to enter into the academy.
Proper system. I mean, not proper system, but more intense, more professional. So what took you apart from the other kids, you think, in your eyes?
Yeah, but first of all, my father accepted for me to go to the academy because the combination of education and football was good in Nantes at the time. I don't know how it is now in the modern days, but at the time was something key.
So that was one of the conditions.
That was one of the conditions.
To be able to go. Same for me. It was simple. If I didn't do well at school, I was forbidden to attend training or matches.
That's why you are so intelligent.
So I can tell you that I never missed any school days. I've never been grounded.
Now you are talking.
Never been put in detention. Football was too important to me.
Thank you to share. There's a reason for something all the time.
Yeah.
So yes, so you are 13 years old. You're away from the parents. You have to perform. Now you are into a system where it's performance. And every year you see your mate who is living out of 30 or 40 in one generation. I've calculated that from 13 years old to 18 years old when I became pro, 1986, there's around 200 kids that have not succeeded.
That went through the system in FC Nantes.
Went through the system and did not succeed. Only 3 made it. Didier Deschamps, Xavier Gravelaine, which is known as an international player, and myself. All the others had an average career or did not play or got the injury and everything. So parents who are listening to this interview podcast should be very careful.
But you know, if you look, I don't know if it's a case for you because you won all the trophies there are to win in football. You did it, you achieved it. But if I look back in my career, my best time in football was those 5 years spent at the academy in Stade Rennais. The best time.
Thank you to share this with you are giving us
24/7 with my mates, having fun, having a laugh, going through tough times at school and everything. But you know, you're in that bubble, but it's the best time. I made friendship for life in that period. Did you stay at home because you were from Nantes, or you stayed at La Jonelière?
At the academy.
At the academy.
Thank you to share, because it's difficult at the level where we've reached when you discuss with someone to tell him that particular period, let's say from 14, because 13 or 12 is very small, but for 14 to 18, it was just amazing. And the records that I have and the memory that I have for this period have stayed. And eventually, I would say eventually sometimes stronger than my professional times. But the guy will look at you as if, what is he saying? He won the World Cup, this, what is he telling me? He's gone crazy. Yeah. And it's the truth. Thank you for your witness, because it's been amazing, because it's all about passion. It's football.
So it's the tragic passing of your eldest brother. Mm-hmm. Was it something that at the end you look back and you say maybe it helped me to reach the top, or not necessarily?
Hey, you've touched a very sensitive point. Yes. It's terrible, Mikael. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. You know why?
What age were you?
So 1984, probably 16 years old. Yeah, I was under 17. Didier gave me the news. We were in Monte Carlo in national team doing a tournament. It's Didier who gave me the news. I remember in the bedroom. But it's awful. Why? Because the fact that my brother and another midfielder died through this accident, it has accelerated our opportunity to go higher.
Wow.
In the system.
Okay.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's painful. We did not realize at the moment.
Yeah.
But when you look back, it is one of the reasons why we were about to go to 17 years old, why we started to train with the first team, for Didier as a midfielder and me probably as a defender, very close to my brother. Yes, it's super painful, yes. I had on top of that the kind of, my African root. Also, the belief was, he was the elder of the family, my elderly brother, because of the financial facility that he was having. Mm-hmm. He was pro.
Yeah.
And suddenly the fact that he's no more there, I am suddenly now the head of the family.
Okay.
So combine that responsibility being a head of the family, where there's a click that it come on for me, and having a chance to get to the next level because there are no more there. It's awful. When you think about it, it's terrible.
How long did you take you to overcome that incident? And
No, I'm young.
okay.
In French, you have the word insouciance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can translate it.
Lightness, maybe.
Probably. You are young.
Youth, yeah.
What is next? Yes, I'm sad. Yes, but you don't really realize, you are in the dark, but you see already the light, on the tunnel, and you are able to recover a bit quicker.
So you had pressure from being the head of the family suddenly, like a small burden.
Yes.
And then the opportunity also to advance fast forward to the pro level.
I felt it during my football career, where normally I was looking around, I'm alone. Even though Didier was most of the time with me, I'm alone. I was supposed to have a brother that would have played in various teams, or even mine, that was going to be my support, and I could share with him my problems. You have your bro with you, but he was not there anymore. So after Marseille, eventually I started to feel that, he's missing something in my life. This is where the sadness could appear.
Okay, so we're gonna put this one into the worst memories in Nantes, and the best memories in Nantes jersey while you were playing for the pros.
I told you we've discussed that at the academy level was
but
just
with
amazing.
With the professional, yeah.
I did not win any trophy, but it's not my generation.
Yeah.
Just when I left, in fact, every time I leave a club, they are able to win. Marseille, no. But Milan, I left, bang, they won the league. Chelsea, I left, bang, they won the league. So, no, but what? No, but it's just the fact that you have achieved what you've been dreaming of. I am pro. I don't know for you, but I am pro.
Yeah, it's exceptional.
Yes.
Something you've been working on for like literally every day for 5-6 years. It's unbelievable feeling.
Same for you. What age did you had your first pro contract?
Yeah, actually there was controversy for me because my first pro contract, I left Stade Rennais on a free transfer.
Oh.
I used the boss man. Thank you very much.
Oh, you are young. Okay. 1996, January 1996.
Okay.
Very good. I know because I'm sorry, I'm jumping a little bit. I benefit of the Bosman law, 1996, January. I was suddenly in June free being in AC Milan.
Okay.
So I've benefit financially, I've benefit at the level of the contract of this law opportunity, which was right.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like that. Mm-hmm. So you at the time at the academy, you had this, this
so
opportunity.
I was in Rennes until stagiaire, last apprentice year, and then I left on the free to Inter Milan.
Oh, you left on the free to Inter Milan.
Big noise in France, big controversy with me, with my best friend Ousmane Dabo. We left, and it was chaos. If there was social media at the time, we would have received so much abuse for sure.
Yes, similar of Sterling. I'm talking about free contract. How come you are coming from the academy? You are supposed to give back to the academy who has grown you up.
Yeah.
How come?
I did my part, Marcel. I delivered the assist for the one goal that made the club survive in Liga that season. So I did my part.
Very kind
I feel
of
good.
You. Very kind of you.
I was relieved when I left.
Good, good. At least that's why you're at peace. That's why you can sleep without closing all the doors of your room.
True. Your president, Mr. Tapi.
Yes, I wish I could. I could say it in English.
No, but for me, it's the leadership. You know, there was something special about him. His personality. He didn't come from football background. He was in cycling before. But then when he took over Olympique Marseille, it was, French football wasn't great, and then suddenly he put Marseille on the map.
Yeah.
That year, you win the championship.
Yeah, he did well. He had some strange behavior, but he did well. I mean, his motivation skills was quite strange, but it was working at the time. You cannot do it anymore now.
Yeah.
But he could have his own words after the coach finished his presentation, before the match,
Team talk.
Team talk. He put everybody in position. When he finished his speech, Bernard was coming to also give us, some kind of good insight to boost our adrenaline.
Okay.
So it works. It's back in the days. It's not the modern days. You can never have the president every single matches talking to the players the way he was talking to us.
Yeah, but you see, it's a very French behavior to have the president in the front page of the papers, in media, giving interviews after the games. You don't see that much for sure in
countries. UK. But you are the one who can tell us. Did you had it in Inter Milan? Did you had it in Manchester United?
No, it's very French. But give us one example of Bernard Tapie's. You're laughing. Come on,
guys. If you don't win, it's finished. Your women who are buying their nice bag, I cannot mention brand because it's advert, the nice bag and go around roaming around the city and everything is finished. I will not pay anyone. You have to win this game. I have put some of my frame in my house, as a guarantee for you having your salary. I will stop all of these things. If you don't win that particular match, guys, there's nothing for you anymore. So you are there, listening. The president is telling you, so he's putting, the finger on the money aspect. Yeah. I don't care, I will still play. The motivation is not, but you have to listen to the full energy that is putting into the system.
Okay. Last story about Marseille. I've heard this, but maybe it's only rumors.
Yeah?
Where you offered products to enhance your performances while you play for Olympique Marseille. Because Tapi came from cycling, and it's not documented. But I wanted to hear it from you. If collectively or individually, it was something that has been done.
No.
Not offered. Maybe offered, and you said no.
No,
not
but
me.
Even though it's back in the days, when you take a product instinctively before the match, when you go to the doping, it appears. So there's not been anything like that. There's a motivation with the words. There's a warning, guys, careful. But I never had really that. I was 23 years old at that time.
Yeah.
And Marseille, it's all like everybody wants to try and create that atmosphere, that mafia atmosphere, to put pressure on the players. That's why certain kind of players cannot come in Marseille, because there is a pressure coming from a different level, different direction, and fake news, good news. It's coming from everywhere. Bodyguards are everywhere. The chairman is talking. So, but on that particular aspect, I never experienced that. I never experienced that particular, that they go and eventually negotiate. We've seen it with Valenciennes.
Yes.
But with us, no, you had Rudy Fowler. You had Basile Boli. We had some leaders. Didier was also around. No, we want to play football the way it is naturally, normally.
Yeah.
So I've never really identified a moment where, take this and you see you perform better and make sure.
Okay, so a clean dressing room. That's not what I experienced in Stade Rennes because
Yeah?
not with us, but against us.
Okay.
Whenever we played I didn't play that long in Ligue 1, but when we visited Marseille, we go into the dressing room and I see the physio taking the bottles of water and doing like this, like up down, to see if there was a syringe.
They
with
did
some
not
product
inject something.
Because the year before, the striker would go on the pitch and would be a bit drowsy, you know. So I was like, wow, this is different level.
Yeah, I have to say that when, in fact, now that you are saying that, when I was playing with Nantes against Marseille, we were going in a hotel selected by Marseille.
Yeah.
And it's true, the night before was difficult to sleep. And when we were in the tunnel, I remember those players, Carlos Moser, Basile Boli, was looking like giant.
Yeah.
You know, you had a feeling that you were a small in the
player.
big picture, yes. So I don't know if it's linked or if it's the same impression that you had, that probably our coaches or fitness did not look at, but you never know. But when I was in Marseille, I've never experienced seeing them doing that kind of behavior.
Yeah. We move on because, before moving on, excuse me, you won the one and only Champions League.
For France, yes.
For France, French club. You know, it's never been done before, and still we are hoping that another club will do it soon. How was the experience at 23 years old? Your first season?
Yeah, just amazing. I remember I had the choice to go to Marseille or Monte Carlo. And all the family was telling me, go Monte Carlo, the money is good and you are sure to be paid. And I knew I had to go to Marseille for the adrenaline and all what we know about Marseille. And I knew that something was going to happen there. So that's why I chose Marseille. But at the same time, you remember that that particular year that Marseille won the Champions League, it was, let's say, the worst team of the generation. Papin was gone. Chris Waddle was gone. Carlos Moser was gone. Most of the player was already gone to different direction. So we were not at the beginning of the season, sure that we could make it. So going through was quite emotional and just amazing. You do it in Marseille, you know how it is in the city, and the joy, the entertainment. Wow, we made it against the best team ever. AC Milan,
So you won it after. So like everything else, do you think the first experience is always the best?
You are going on the field where you want me to.
Stay in football, Marseille.
Yeah, the first is quite sweet when it happens for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will confirm. And the first time is nice in your home soil. It's France, it's Marseille. You are not expecting 1-0. Yes, it's just, but yeah, special, very, very special. I'm young. I'm in a team that is not supposed to win technically when you look at the two teams.
Right.
So it was good. Afterwards, when I won it with Milan, we were AC Milan, playing against another big team, FC Barcelona. And the impression was quite similar, just that I'm man of the match, final of the Champions League, and I scored the fourth and last goal of the match.
Yeah.
You see, so there is some kind of proud that have come extra from the Milan match, where I felt that, wow, Marcel, you are one of the best midfielder, because I was playing midfielder.
Yes.
One of the best midfielder in Europe, in the world, in the universe, eventually, in the galaxy.
It is.
So there is a special adrenaline also that it's a bit different than with Marseille.
Yeah, that's a thing that I wanted to remind our guys who will be, people who will be listening to the podcast, is that you have a very good period of time in which you play in midfield. That's when
Yes.
spending my time at the Academy of Rem and watching L'Équipe du Dimanche, or the program where you see Italian football, and I see you in midfield running the show over there for the big club of AC Milan, and it was very, very impressive. So you made that transition in Milan to play in that position, and you were successful. What do you think make it? You made it so easy.
All the star was aligning for me to come to AC Milan. It's a bit of a luck, but the tactical setup was in need of a guy like me. 4-4-2, pressure on the opponent constantly with a defense who is playing, the elastic.
Yeah.
I hope you can understand that. Yeah, you have to Google to understand what is he saying. Elastic. Oh, okay, with Baresi, Franco Baresi. I was the man of the situation for that Milan to regenerate, a generation that normally the cycle was supposed to drop.
Yeah.
And because probably of my strength, I've been able to allow Milan to continue. We reached the final of the Champions League the year after, but we lost against Ajax, which was far better than us. We played them 3 times, group stage, 2 times we lost, and final we also lost. But midfield was just a key moment. But after 5 seasons, I think I stayed in Milan, I started to realize that it's not for you. The new generation of players was coming into the system. You could see that technically now the players was having the ability to understand and read. So me coming very quick on you, showing all my strength, the ability that they started to have, like Patrick Vieira, Edgar Davids, all these players, Pirlo, whatever, you could see that they could easily move around me and not being scared of my pressure and my capability of impact. So I had to go back to defense.
You have to go back to defense.
Pack my bag, okay, close. Okay, I'm going a couple of meters backwards to be able to come back in the system at the level that is supposed to, in the starting of the modern days of the football, where now you could play technically, in a different way. So it's a good move. It's one of the reasons why I moved to England.
Could you tell us maybe 1 or 2 players that were super impressive?
We had Roberto Baggio.
Yeah, I played with Roberto as well.
You play with him in Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, yeah.
Yes, Inter Milan. So yes, it's part of the great player plus the Italian Baresi, Maldini. It was a squad. It was Donadoni. Maybe nobody knows who is Roberto Donadoni. Was playing as a wing on the left side. What a player. Daniele Massaro. Just amazing. All the period where Milan was invincible, he was the one that was scoring that only goal that Milan scored during the match. Impossible to score us.
Score against, yeah.
And Daniele Massaro, just amazing. Let me sing something for Massaro. Daniele Massaro, oh, oh, lolo. 82,000 people in the stadium at San Siro. What a stadium.
What a stadium. San Siro. So I spent only 1 season at Inter Milan. We had 4 managers, right?
Yeah.
But San Siro, like you say, it's a temple of football. It's amazing. Even now, when I go and watch a game, I've got goosebumps.
Yeah. But the question is, because I'm also a journalist to ask you a question, which one is the best, Old Trafford or San Siro?
I got to say San Siro.
Oh. Yeah, watching you, huh? Careful,
yeah.
In
No,
England.
I got to say San Siro. First of all, it's bigger. And the Italian, when they start singing, okay, Old Trafford can be something, but yeah, San Siro
is unique.
But you said before, the first is always the best. But it was my first big club after Rennes in France. Let's transition to Chelsea. The Premier League, Marcel. The Premier League. You made the Premier League grow whether or not you want it, your name and your performances made the Premier League bigger, stronger, richer.
Yeah.
How was your experience?
Yeah, I had to move from Italy at that time, and I remember I sent my wife to have a look at one of the Chelsea match. Also, the lifestyle was not good in Italy.
No?
Too much football in the city. You could not go
No,
anywhere.
You can't switch off.
You cannot
You
walk on the
cannot
street.
switch
You
off.
could not do anything. So plus no performance in the club. So I said no. I have to make the move and experience, the fighting spirit.
Yeah.
And I could see that people was clapping when the defender kicked the ball in the stand.
This
So I
is
said, how kick on the stand? How be? They will applaud me everywhere. You will see.
No, but seriously, we're making fun of it.
Uh-huh.
But the way the English fans leave the game, for me, the best is when the entire crowd shout at you when you are in midfield and they say, man on. You have 60, 70 people, 70,000 people saying man on to Paul Scholes or Roy Keane if I make a pass and they are under pressure. This is unheard of. You don't see that anywhere else. It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
And they recognize the defender's job,
Yes.
which is not easy. Huh?
I tell you. But it's sweet because my first year I started as a defender, so I had some little
Shaky
issue
moments
at the beginning.
to adapt?
Yeah, because in Italy, I get all the ball as
dominate.
the header. Yes,
You dominate.
I dominate everyone. So now I am in England.
You're being challenged.
Oh, I've been challenged, I tell you. I had to accept that you cannot have the first ball. There's no second ball, but you need to, tactically to understand and read what's going on, you see. It's much more faster also. So I had like 4 months to adapt. World Cup winner, but still need to adapt of the speed and understand the English football.
Or you were still celebrating the title of being world champion.
So, yeah, it was a good move for me. I'd loved playing in Chelsea. We built up a different way of playing. I'm a bit sad because I came in England also to experience the English philosophy, and I had Gianluca Vialli, Italian coach, again. After Vialli, I thought that an English guy will come and will shout at us, come on, guys, today we have to win, no tactical setup, really, just the football, you see? I thought it was going to be like that. Claudio Ranieri.
Oh, no.
Into the system. But it was good because technically like you said, we have allowed the English football to really improve on the usage of the ball. Less long balls, because you have Gianfranco Zola, a magician with the ball.
Yeah, you need to feed him.
Gustavo Poyet, and many more who could really use the ball and make some magic around it. So it was nice.
So you're mentioning the Italian coaches, and for me the biggest improvement from moving from Inter Milan, Italian league, to Manchester United was not spending the night before the game in the hotel room.
You said it. Yes, I forgot to mention it. Yes, but again, we are back with Vialli. We are back the day before.
Oh, you do?
With with Ranieri, we are also back into that. People don't understand how it is.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, even 2 days before the match, you are at the camp. So
for me,
Ferguson was not doing that.
No, I was like, okay, these guys, they won the treble. This basically turn up at the stadium 3 hours before kickoff. We're playing. Even quarterfinal, when we play Bayern Munich. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm leaving my house to go to the stadium and have the pre-match meal at Old Trafford.
Yes.
This is fantastic. Because you're under pressure so much, and coming at the last minute and make sure you're ready, it wasn't an issue. The only guys who were complaining about staying at home is the one with the newborn baby,
Oh, I see.
They were praying for the days that we would go to the hotel.
But you've been sports director, no?
Yeah.
In many clubs, no? So your experience of no retreat.
Yeah, I can tell you that if I have to choose, I would prefer, I would encourage the coaches not to bring the players systematically to the hotel.
Systematically.
Yeah, when it's systematic, players are bored. I don't think the added value, because that's not when you really gel, and especially now the players, they don't spend that much time together. They'd rather go back into their room and play PlayStation or be on their mobile phone, you know. Before it was different. You would take coffee and spend time and chat together. I remember coming to the national team, and the amount of time we would spend together after the meal discussing not football. We would talk about anything.
True.
And that was a good time. I appreciate this time, especially because it was in French.
Yeah, but we've done the Euro 2004.
2000. We've done Confederation Cup before.
We've done before the
Korea.
Korea, Japan.
Yes.
And the one we won also in France.
Yeah. We've done those.
You were around. Okay. Yes. Yeah, for sure. I remember for sure.
Our first game is Stade de France. We play Germany, friendly game, and I replace you to play with Frank. Yeah. So you gave me my first cap.
You see,
there was no initiation at the time. We didn't make me sing or.
We didn't
there
put you into
was
that.
none of it. That was cool. That was cool.
Wow, yes. Sometimes, we need to consider, Confederation Cup, we won it twice. We are very happy about it.
And then there was a disaster in Portugal. You know, we got out very...
So 2004?
Yeah, before 2002, the disaster in Korea and Japan. How can we get out of the competition after 3 games? The group stage, having the best goal scorer in England, in France, and in Italy.
Wow. Give the name.
Thierry Henry, David Trezeguet, Djibril Cissé. For me, if you look at the movie with Rocky, you know, Eye of a Tiger, I think you guys having won the 98 World Cup, the 2000 Euro, when we get 2002, okay, we've got the magician, he's injured. Zinedine Zidane, all right? But still, I think you guys took your eyes off the ball.
No explanation. Or if I have one explanation, apart from the fact that Zizou was injured, is that that winning mentality that we are having, that brings us to another level, probably because I was the captain of the team at that time, I could see in the eyes of the guys that a little bit of fear have come. Fear in the tunnel, fear of, but if it's not working, how do we do? And in fact, during the match, it did not work.
Yeah.
So the day after, the 2 days after, before playing against Uruguay
after Senegal, yes,
I could see as a captain that the guys has dropped in their capability to handle the pressure. It was now the dark side of it, instead of being something that motivates you and brings you to your best level. You could tell, and I didn't know how to reactivate that.
Reinverse.
Yes.
So, okay, so maybe, you know, so winning 98, winning 2000, too much weight on the shoulder. Maybe, you know, when we talk about Brazil having too much pressure on their shoulders, maybe that's what's happening to them, you think?
No, but as for Brazil, no, because 94, 98 final, 2008 they win it again. So 3 World Cup, 3 final. You understand?
Yeah.
3 finals. Sorry, 2002 they've been lashed by France in quarter or semi-final. But it was not the fear that they had. It was because the opponent was better. We had the fear inside our system.
Yeah.
You could tell how many meetings I've made with Emmanuel, with Lilian, with others, and you could tell the way they were talking as if we are not stable. We are together since 1996. For the Euro in England, we finished in the semi-final. We lost against Czech Republic, so we know each other very well. So I know the eyes contact, the body language of the guys. Something went wrong on that aspect more than us being, at the end of our capability cycle or whatever. The fear. Sometimes psychologically, people have to understand that for a footballer, the confident, because after the confidence is there or not. And when it's not there, you barely able to perform.
Yeah. I read somewhere, I'm taking you back to Chelsea. The toughest opponent for you was Alan Shearer. In the same bracket, for me, same as being not as dominant in the air. I'm not the tallest anyway, but I suffered a lot against Les Ferdinand.
Oh, Les
That was
Ferdinand.
another big client, yeah?
Yes, also, yeah, he had the good timing. Yes. I even have some little scar. I'm sure if we look very, oh yes, the elbow. Wow, Shearer difficult. Les Ferdinand, less dirty, but amazing quality of player. Yeah.
In some seasons, the player who was committing the most foul was Kevin Davis from Bolton.
Yeah.
He was a number 9.
Is a
So,
a striker.
you know, you play from the back, you try to pass the ball nicely.
They tackle you from
and
everywhere.
from behind, they come and he was coming and tackling you. It was amazing. Welcome to England.
Yeah. I had.
Did you get a red card in England? Or anywhere in your career?
On field, I got one. Not direct red card. I'm not that dirty.
But you didn't get caught. you mean.
Two yellow cards. Yes. I did not get.
Doesn't count.
much,
Doesn't count.
Ramos and Zidane have gotten more red card than me. You know, so.
Yeah, but no, I mean, look, I don't know how you judge your performance. We can talk about it, actually. You need to be clean in defense, because if you're not, you're conceding free kicks, you put pressure on your team. So you have to be smart, and the best defenders are the smartest one, not the most dirty.
So how many red card did you got?
One red card.
Oh, direct red card.
Direct red card.
Okay, congrats.
Against
3 for me.
Yeah, okay.
And you remember against who?
I can't forget that one.
Oh,
We play against Arsenal. Highbury.
Little Ivory.
Little Highbury. And I headbutted Freddie Ljungberg. Sorry, Freddie, if you're listening. We are friends now, so I know you forgive me since. But yeah, I lost my cool, and I headbutted him, and I went straight to the tunnel.
Wow.
And I was praying that we would win. We won 4-2. I was praying to win, just to avoid the hairdryer.
Oh, I tell
Hairdryer
you.
treatment. He would have killed me, the
Ferguson.
gaffer.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember the direct for myself.
No.
I don't remember at all. No. I don't remember. But we've not been, dirty defender. I still want to come back on Ramos and Zizou. You know Zizou, the start of Zizou?
13?
14 direct red card
Yes.
over his entire career.
Yeah.
It's a lot. As for Ramos, let's not talk about it, because it's we have young kids watching, so it's not an example.
So, most of the time the offensive players are getting the Ballon d'Or. But we should talk about the art of defending.
Yes.
Because you were quite exceptional. How would you judge your best performance? What was the criteria for your performances?
But I was trying most of the time all about anticipation. I think I should have not stay into that concept, defending only. I should have also I've tried at Chelsea a little bit, take the ball and take even your striker one-on-one and with the ball. I could have done a little bit better, yes. But all my strength was on anticipation of the opponent, yes.
But when you see the defenders now in modern football in these days,
I love it because the usage of the ball, technically, I look at them and I see the way they just stop the ball. And people who are listening, the way they stop the ball with the under of their feet now.
The sole, yeah.
Which we've never done it.
Like
I've
futsal.
played 20 years, yes, like futsal. I've played 20 years football.
Yeah, but
I've never done that.
The pitch were not that good, Marcel. We had
true.
to make it sure.
Oh, San Siro was awful and other pitches, okay. But yes, so the usage of the ball, the ability with the ball, yes. Also physically, you can see that you don't have anymore this defender, thick, big, tough. They all are slim and they can play. They ask for the ball all the time. They make themselves available at any time. because it's the modern football. There is a real change on that now. I believe I was talking about Ramos. That Ramos was the best defender of our generation, better than Van Dijk, better than Franco Baresi, and for me, in my eyes, it's Ramos.
Yeah, quite exceptional player for sure.
Yeah.
There is something I want to discuss with you because it's a big topic at the moment. It's the racism that we experience in football, and yes, there is an increase of online abuse. That's clear. In stadiums, it's more or less getting a little bit more cleaner. You had an incident with someone who went publicly against you and had bad word about you, Ron Atkinson.
Oh, the journalist?
Yes, the journalist, former manager, was an analyst for a game. So talk about that incident and in general through your career. Have you been exposed?
Okay.
How do you see these?
Yeah, Ron Atkinson, yeah, I think he paid for it, made a mistake. It happens. It happens. The word have come out of his mouth being a journalist, so he paid for it, even though he has apologized, and I'm sorry, he lost quite a lot. But it's more. This is normal. This is in the normal life. It happens everywhere. But on the inside the stadium, it should not happen. It should be under control.
Yeah.
I still believe what happened at the time with Eto'o or with Vinicius or should be erased because the people who rule the football don't want to hit it strongly. We have cameras everywhere. We can block, we can identify, we can communicate, social media, before the match and everything. We could erase it very strongly. They've put some good rules that eventually the match could be stopped immediately, so and so. But you can see still when something is happening, the opponent or even your teammates are saying, let it go, it's nothing. What are you talking about? It's not nothing. It is something. So we have to apply the rules. So I believe that there's a real big effort from the authorities to erase it fully because I laugh when I see Vinicius trying to shout, trying to make noise around it. He's not a key element of it. The key is the authority of football who has at the end do we have to stop playing for a week to try and make them understand that it's needed to strongly erase it fully and ban the people with proper, sanctions, a year jail, if you do anything like that in a stadium. So I don't know. I feel that the players have been left alone towards this, change.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Vinicius Junior, in his case, some fans. I mean, the people, we can't call them fans actually.
Yes.
They've been given jail time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Oh.
So Spain was a bit behind in terms of sanction, and now they are active and finding a way to actually punish the offenders. And I've joined a panel, the FIFA panel anti-racism. So hopefully we will be supporting and implementing those rules all over the world to make sure it's a clean space for the players.
Clean fully, no. But at least everybody improve and everybody should, face and their responsibility in case that it happens.
Marcel, please tell me why you didn't give us your best into management.
Management, yes.
You've got your degrees.
Thank you, sir.
I know that. You've studied.
I suffered, yeah. 28 months, to study and to build up my own philosophy of football, to become a coach.
Yeah.
No, I suffered because you need to kill the knowledge that you have as a player before you can have that transition to build up your own coaching philosophy. And I didn't like it. My belief and the knowledge that I had as a football player, I wanted it to stay.
Wait, hold on. Why you say killing this, as people would say, well, you can use your experience as a player. No, for you, you have to
erase it, yeah.
you have to raise it.
60%
Right.
of the belief that you have as a player to go and train
You
to
wait.
be a coach, you need to put it aside to develop other skills and other ability to be able to understand and read, understand the egos that you have in your team, to put different training sessions for them, and understand media, management, administration, players, your team that you have also that works with you,
Yeah, your
the
staff.
one who give you the the statistics and everything. So it is something completely different than when you were a player. When you were a player, it's just you and you. There's a lot of, in French we say égocentricité. No,
Selfishness. Yeah.
now it's no more only you. It's how you are going to give everybody tools to be able to help you, to lead you to performance.
So which part did you didn't enjoy in these 28 months? Was it killing the player that you were, or becoming someone who has to manage a staff and the environment?
At the end, I did it, but the beginning was quite difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went through after, and it was quite enjoyable. But honestly, it's something very simple. It did not make me to go into coaching. The lifestyle.
Here
The
you go.
lifestyle is not good.
I agree with you.
The lifestyle is not good at all.
I agree with you. Especially when you have a family and you want to take care of them, you want to be there for them. Coaching doesn't.
Lifestyle, and I've developed also a little bit of skills of a little entrepreneur. So I've used the management ability that I've learned to be able to be an entrepreneur and manage a team, manage workers instead of players, you see? And I didn't want it. Tomorrow I might have a great opportunity to coach Everton. They will not like it, but I don't want to go in Everton. I love, how do you call the people who lives in Everton?
Evertonians?
Everton. It's close to Liverpool, I think.
Scousers?
Yeah, so I don't want to stay there. My kids are, speaking French, or tomorrow you send me to Turkey because I've been sacked. The next day I go back to Sochaux in France. Another time I will go to another country, Uzbekistan. I didn't want it to experience that anymore. I would have enjoyed, because the adrenaline of coach, you can see. I've realized that most of the coach, when they have the job, they have the job. They are crazy about it. It's 150% of their time into it, and nothing matters around them. When you do the homework of your child, I tell you that when he's writing, you are not looking really at what he's doing. You are thinking about your tactical setup for the next day, and it's too much, the stress around it. It doesn't bring you to open mind. You are just doing football. You are not open to life. I like art. I like history. I like business. I like charity. It's, for me, I feel much more complete when I gather all these elements to feed myself than being a coach 24 hours.
And you're forgetting media. Media. You became a figure in media,
Yes.
Marcel, okay? You are a professional now. So
Yes.
you spend some time doing it. It's not full time like a lot of people. And I think you've got something special to bring to the table.
For media, I had to come into it, first of all, to share. We are talking about sharing. We'll talk about charity. It's not charity, but I'm sharing my knowledge and my understanding of the game. But it's something quite personal for media, on top of me sharing my understanding and how I can read a match, is I love the adrenaline when you are live. That few seconds before being live. 3, 2, 1, you are live, you are the legend, and you have to perform and give something to the people. It's quite It's 20% of when you come out of the tunnel.
Absolutely, I've got the same feeling, and I think that's why we like it so much. It's a challenge. It's the adrenaline that gives us a little buzz that we used to feel when we would enter the field.
Yes. But honestly, well done to the coaches who are into the system. You have gone into administration because you've been
little bit,
able
yeah.
to be a sports director, a competent sports director. Everybody's running after your expertise, correct?
I'm trying. But
Yes.
being in this ecosystem for me is something that I like so much. But I don't want to be in one box.
Yes.
I like to touch a little bit of everything.
It's so nice to be a fan. In the afternoon, you've done your charity work. You've made some business deal. You had time to read a book of history. You went to a friend who have just opened an art shop. And then you are with your kids as a fan to support the team that you like instead of being again on the field.
Suffering.
Oh,
Inside.
it's another life. And I decided that it was going to be more diversified and just again going back into one system.
Amazing, Marcel. It was top to spend some time with you after these years as a teammate. Now we are working together.
Yes.
So thanks again. It was a pleasure, and I hope you had a good time.
Pleasure was mine. I love you, Michael. I love you.